Canisius College ice hockey team began their 2014-2015 season in a very unique way. This season would mark a milestone in the history of the Canisius College Hockey program. The Griffs began their season with a home series at the First Niagara Center, home of the Buffalo Sabres, as they awaited the final construction on their brand new, state-of-the-art home facility, Harbor Center.
Welcome out to the First Niagara Center. I'm Chris Kernan, where Canisius Hockey just got their first win here inside this building, whether it was called the HSBC Arena or the First Niagara Center. This is Canisius's first win in program history in this building, and it came against the Western Michigan Broncos, a 4-2 victory here tonight in the first game of the 2014-2015 season.
Our non-conference games are determined. We like to go east, we like to go west. We like to play teams that can get up and down the ice with a lot of tempo, and big buildings, small buildings, different environments, so that we expose our team to many different things.
And looking back on the season, you know, we had Western Michigan at the First Niagara Center, and then Ohio State at home for our opener. And you know, they're obviously great competition, and it would kind of give us our guys and the younger guys a good look at what college hockey is.
This year we played Ohio State twice, opened up the Harbor Center. We played at Maine twice, and we played in the First Niagara Center against Western Michigan. All have something unique about them, whether it's history, an NHL coach.
We were able to beat Western one night and then tie Ohio State the other night. So that non-conference schedule prepares us for a conference and league games, which is really all that matters coming down the stretch.
All of those different schools bring something different to us in terms of competition, and what we really want to gain from that is the experience that I just mentioned in terms of building, style of play, and exposure.
On October 31st, 2014, the Griffs gathered at Harbor Center as they laced their skates and taped their sticks in preparation for their debut at their brand new home facility in downtown Buffalo.
The history of Canisius Hockey goes back long before Dave Smith, and I really felt that moving into the Harbor Center, it was a memorable Halloween evening.
Yeah, the Harbor Center has been something that, like I said, we've been looking forward to for a really long time, and it's finally here, and we've been loving to play in it every weekend. So it's something that we look forward to, and something that the program will always benefit from, whether it's recruiting or playing or having a first-class facility, is something that will always help the program out.
The opening, the partnership with the Harbor Center, the cooperative effort it took to get this completed goes well before my time here, and to the eras of Doc Dietz and Mike Kelly and Brian Cavanaugh and all of the alumni before. This is a jewel that we can all hang our hat on and be proud of. So the Harbor Center has definitely changed the game for Canisius College Hockey. Lots of little things. Obviously the paparazzi's here. Right? I mean, first and foremost, there's a ton of energy. It's awesome. Right? It's terrific. Let's have fun. And to me, how we channel that energy is positive and fun. Not goofy fun, but I mean, I hope you guys looked around, right? I hope you recognize that you're waving the flag for the entire college. And that's what's cool. That's what's cool. But that is fun. That's what we want to be fun. The nerves tell us we're prepared. I get nervous, right? We've been waiting, not 2 weeks for this, we've been waiting 50 years, however long the history of hockey is. Some of these really old photos, those guys are crying tonight, right? But we're carrying the flag. Let's treat it like a road game to start. Let's get the puck, let's get it in deep, let's have a disciplined forecheck with a third man. Let's come back to the dice, let's keep it simple, right? The first icing is not going to go down in the record books as a bad thing. It's okay, right? The first offside, no big deal. First goal, for us, big deal. We're ready. Tickle said we're ready. Keegan, Rum's DJ, roll in your line. Let's get
I mean, it was really cool playing the first time here against Ohio State. It was a sold-out building, and we were kind of expecting it to be sold out, but the crowd was definitely at their A game, and it made us feel like we had fan support, and it was really cool playing Ohio State. We played them once before, and it was cool to see that we could get a tie against a non-conference opponent.
The season's been great playing here. I can't say it many times. You know, looking back when we first got on campus, everyone's asking when's it going to be done, when's it going to be done, and we finally got the first game in Ohio State. I think whoever scored the first goal, a couple seconds in, the place erupted. And I mean, that's the first moment I remember here at this rink. And now, you know, going on a good run here at home, going into playoffs, I'm a first-round bye in this rink too. So it's only good things to come, and I'm happy to be part of it my senior year here.
The crowds made their way up to the 6th floor at Harbor Center on Halloween night. 2,000 fans filled the seats for the opening game against Ohio State University as the Griffs stepped out onto their new home ice for the first time in front of an electric home crowd.
I'm Chris Kernan out here at the Harbor Center where the paint is still wet and where Canisius College battled with Ohio State tonight, battling to a 3-3 tie through 65 minutes of play. Canisius would get off to an extremely hot start as Shane Conacher scored only 22 seconds into the opening frame. Assists coming from Nolan Sheeran and Ralph Kudemi. Doug Beck would then put the Griffs up 2-0 at the 1:49 mark of the first period, with the assist coming from Ryan Schmelzer. It was a beautiful wraparound play by Doug Beck. Ohio State would tie it up then in the second period as they would get 2 goals at the 7:36 mark and the 13:18 mark. In the third period then, freshman Jack Stander would give the Griffs the lead on a nice setup feed from Shane Conacher. But then late in the game at the 15:59 mark, David Gust would score for Ohio State to tie the game at 3, sending it into sudden death overtime. The score would remain 3-3, however, through 65 minutes as Keegan Asmundson walked away tonight with 31 saves.
You know, we come back from Christmas, we worked pretty hard. We hadn't played since December 6th in conference. We worked real hard and went up to Maine and got beat. Maine really played with a tempo that we weren't prepared for.
Right after the break, we took a journey down to Maine and played 2 tough games down there, and I think that's kind of when our season turned around.
Once we came back from Maine, something turned. You know, it wasn't, you know, a big play. It was just, okay, we realized how we had to play. And since then, we've only lost a few games. We played very well.
That's when we got really hot. I think we went 6-0-1 over the next 7 games or something along those lines, and really gained a lot of confidence.
It's great that we finished second, but it's just a start. A new season starting right now, and we have to make sure that we come out strong and make sure we make it to the finals and get another ring here.
I mean, I'm proud of what our team's done this year. I mean, looking at every one of the guys in the locker room, they've done a great job. Riley's been great. We've had good team success, and like I said before, we found our way to play. We found why we're successful, so just keep that rolling and you know, work for this common goal, and that's the ring on the finger.